What's up, guys? I'm about to get my workout in before I head home, but I wanted to come on here and just share some thoughts around something that really irks me when I hear it, and that is this idea of not wanting to train by yourself because you're afraid of developing bad habits. I think that's a false idea. I think it gets in the way of people training as much as they could, and I'm gonna give you my thoughts about that as I train. But anyway, let me get this first round started. Whew. Okay, round one in the books. So one of my best friends, him and I started doing Muay Thai private lessons together, and when we'd be outside of class, my friend didn't want to train together to work on the material because he was afraid of laying down bad habits. So I would practice on my own without him, and I could definitely see myself getting better because I wasn't afraid of being wrong and practicing lots of reps of it, and then just going and having him correct something that maybe I've been doing wrong. All right. First of all, one of the reasons why that's wrong is because there's really no right way to do anything. You'll have people that argue if you're hook, you should go thumb up or thumb in. If your round kick should travel upward, or if you should turn your hip over and chop, or if you should snap it out. So you'll have a million different ways where you'll learn the right way and the wrong way from one instructor. You go to another instructor who's equally qualified, has the same stable of great fighters, who teaches the exact opposite. Okay, rear kick. Take, for example, Alex Pereira, and there are plenty of people in the UFC that you can see fight with their hands down versus up, that throw techniques from awkward angles versus those that don't. But Alex Pereira is known for having one of the best hooks in MMA. And with that said, he hooks with his elbow down as opposed to up, which is the correct form. Also, when he throws his round kicks, he doesn't turn his hip over. He kicks like this. When I see someone brand new come into a gym, I can tell they're brand new because that's how they kick. They don't know how to turn their hip over. And yet, because he doesn't turn his hip over, people don't see it. And so he lands it every time. So, Bruce Lee taught that the most important skill a fighter could have is the ability to adapt, the ability to fit in with whatever is needed. And Bruce Lee spent his whole life training to be able to allow his body to adapt to whatever's needed and to fit in and throw whatever's needed in the right moment. As my instructor used to say, JKD is a problem-solving art. Or as Daniel Santo would say, Jeet Kune Do is a laboratory. You're meant to use your own mind to find what works. So you play with things, but you're willing to try new things out and to see how it works for you. Scissor kick. I want you to consider the difference between a sport like golf or baseball, where there is a right way to swing the bat or to swing the club, and you're always trying to get to that perfect way, versus in kickboxing and martial arts, you might learn 20 different styles of jabs. If every time I throw a jab to the body and I bend down, does that mean I'm getting worse at throwing my jab to the head because I'm not bending down? So if if doing something differently builds in a bad habit, every time I throw my jab in a different style, I should be getting worse at the other styles I know. Or you can treat it like everything is just a different way of doing things. The truth is that even when you're in class and even when you're doing private lessons with an instructor, you are doing things mostly wrong most of the time. If you take every punch, every kick, and assume there's probably at least a dozen important points in each technique, your instructor can only give you 2 or 3 at a time, or else he's going to overwhelm you. So you end up getting lots of repetitions, doing things mostly wrong, and when the instructor feels like it's time to introduce the next piece, then he introduces that, and now you have to fix that. So you're going to spend your whole life fixing bad habits. It's better to just get good at being able to adapt and change. Now it is true, I do have people come in here having trained in something else, and they have a hard time adapting to the way that we do things and to the things I want to teach them. But that has more to do with people not being able to empty their cup, to let go of what they've learned in order to learn something new, and then eventually assimilate it into what they already know. So the important thing is to learn how to empty your cup. Empty your mind, open yourself up to new ways of doing things, and let go of the other ways, even if they are good. But try new things on. If you haven't heard that story before, Bruce Lee liked to tell of it. I believe the story goes, a swords master met up with another swords master and was asking him to teach him. And the other sword master would share stuff with him. And the guy kept saying, oh yeah, we do that too. Oh yeah, we have that too. And finally, the swords master asked if the guy would like more tea, and then took the tea kettle and started to pour into the cup until it overflowed. And the guy eventually says, hey, enough, no more tea can go into the cup. And the other sword master says, exactly. You cannot taste the tea that I have to offer because you've got too much in the cup already. Oi, oi, oi. Oi, oi, oi. Ha, ha, oi. Oh man, I have one more round to go and nothing to say at this point right here. So just know that I'm angry with anybody who teaches the old outdated model that you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Maybe it's because I'm 40 years old, 42 exactly, or maybe it's because I've seen a lot of people transform over the years. Even myself, I have a black belt in karate. I had to change a lot of things, and I had some good things that I pulled from it as well. So Jeet Kune Do is all about integration and pulling out, extracting what's valuable to you and letting go of the rest. And that's an important skill to develop. All right, one more round. All right. So there we go, guys. I hope I made a good case for why that's a myth. I also hope you enjoyed this format because it's a very easy format for me to do because I get my workout in as well. So thank you guys. By the way, guys, I do have a 21-day challenge coming up that is free for my YouTube community. So if you'd like to join me, it comes with a training tracker, a way that you can earn points. It comes with a nutrition guide, and I'll be going live 3 times a week teaching a 30-minute Jeet Kune Do lesson for beginners. So you can either train with me every week or do your own workouts, whatever you want to do. But if you'd like to join me, it's absolutely free. It's going to be live. Go into the link in the description, sign up. You'll fill out a form. I'll email you as we get closer. If you give me your phone number, I'll also text you when I've sent out an email so it doesn't get lost in spam. I won't be bombarding you with text. I'll just let you know when I've sent out the email. Anyway, I'd love to have you join me. I'm excited about the community we're building here, and I think this would be a fun way for us to do something as a community. So if this is something you'd be interested in, it's a great way to get in shape for the new year. Click that link in the description and let's get started. Awesome, guys. Bye, bye, bye.